Brand Ambassador of Mantra, the premium range of performance bicycles from the Murugappa Group. Please welcome Karun Chando. Hi Karun, how are you? Well, you got something very interesting coming up with in charity that you're doing in the name of charity. Before you move on, can you just tell us a little about that?
Yeah, thanks Mayanti. Nice to see you again after many years. Yes, we're organizing an event along with Mantra, which is called the KC 500, where a group of 20 of us are cycling from Chennai to Kodaikanal. It's a 500-kilometer ride, and we're riding in aid of a charity, as you mentioned, to raise funds for a school that needs rebuilding. It's in Pallikarne, down the Old Mahabalipuram Road. And I mean, the school, if any of you want to have a look, just look on YouTube or kc500.com. You'll see the school is really in bad shape, and these kids need a chance, just like we had. And it's going to be hard work riding 500 kilometers to Kodaikanal. I'm going to do it myself. And I mean, for anyone here who wants to join us, you can do a shorter ride. It's about 20K. And it's on the 19th of January, 2 weeks' time. So please come, join us, ride along, and have a bit of fun, and get your bikes out.
That's very inspiring, Karun. Good to see you on wheels, but in another type, completely. And the Murugappa Group here wants to honor one of the rising stars of Indian tennis that all of you have really enjoyed here in Chennai.
Welcome back to the Aircel Chennai Open 2014 semi-final Saturday. We've just witnessed the marathon semi-final, and now we've got the second semi-final of the evening. Our number one seed, Stanislas WAWRINKA, taking on the young Canadian, seeded number 5 in this tournament, Vasek POSPISIL. This is Enrico Peperno in company with Anand Amritraj. Good evening,
Hello,
Anand.
Rico. How are you today?
It's always good to see you, buddy.
Always good to do this with you. A lot of fun. And we saw a very, very entertaining semi-final here. It was talent against grit and hard work, the way I saw it. Edward Roger Vasek, of course, the talented Frenchman, former doubles partner of Rohan Bopanna, semi-finalist at Wimbledon last year. But real shot maker.
Yeah, it's the ball beautifully, but I must say, Granollers have hung in there like he just wouldn't give a single point away. He just hung in there, getting every ball back. He made Roger Vasek work really hard for his victory.
Roger Vasek, of course, in my opinion, far more talented. Similar to Benoit Paire, whom Granollers beat yesterday 7-6 in the third. And he did have a break in the final set, the Spaniard. But in a very, very tense game, Frenchman broke back and finally got the second break after that to close out the match. There were some absolutely superb points like this over here. Brilliant tennis all around. And the Frenchman made to work amazingly hard to reach his first ATP Tour final. Look at this drop shot, spectacular. Wow.
Picked him out there.
That was to save break point in the third set.
Again, great depth by Roger Vasek and setting up that backhand.
And that was the break in the third set for 4-2. Amazing court coverage by both players. Vasek, of course, Roger Vasek delighted to go through this one.
6-2, 4-6, 6-3.
He ranked a little higher than his Spanish compatriot, Rico, because Roger Vasek seeded 7 and Granollers unseeded, or was he seeded 8? I think he was unseeded.
I think he was unseeded. But very close in the rankings, both the boys. And they played a fabulous match that took 2 hours. And of course here, young Ram Kumar Ramanathan has been presented with a bike. This is the start. He gets a bike now, and then once he becomes world number 1, he drives that Lamborghini in to the stadium.
Yeah, I did see that Lamborghini flying around the stadium yesterday and day before. So, there, of course, the one and only Ramesh Krishnan, former Davis Cupper and Davis Cup captain for India, son of the great Ramanathan Krishnan, both from Chennai, of course. Was he talking to you, Rico, on the phone?
Well,
Yes, not.
whoever he's talking to, he seems having a good conversation.
So,
His friends were missing tonight. I asked him. I said, "Where are your two buddies,
Yeah.
Vivek and Jasper?" He said, "No, they were taking a break."
taking a break.
Jasper's
Okay.
probably playing tennis. That's what he said.
They go to that Emerson training camp in Gestad every year and play 6 hours of tennis a day. Yeah. But it's pretty tough. And both Jasper and Vivek like to play a lot of tennis. So
Yeah, real troopers.
my hitting partners when I'm here.
And we welcome the players onto the court for the second semi-final of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. The number 5 seed from Canada, Vasek POSPISIL. And we await the number 1 seed, Stanislas WAWRINKA, as he takes to the court. A real crowd favorite here in Chennai. Comes back year after year to participate in the ACO Chennai Open.
He should be a crowd favorite. He's been here quite a few times, won it once, been in the final once, and a beautiful player to watch, in my opinion. Most spectacular looking one-handed backhand.
Couple that he hit last night, Anand, from
just awesome.
about 10 feet below the baseline, down the line, dead on the line, on the baseline.
Off a second serve return.
Yeah.
He's standing 10 feet, like you say,
Yeah.
behind the baseline, and he goes down the line from there. It's amazing what upper body strength you need to do that. You go cross court's hard enough.
Yeah.
You go down the line, it's absolutely amazing.
Unheard of.
Unheard of.
Yeah.
And he hit, like you said, several balls right on the baseline.
Yep. Incredible backhand.
Control, space, everything.
And
This
you know-
young man, of course, one of the rising stars on the tennis scene, Canadian Vasek POSPISIL, number 2 only to Milos Raonic, who won the tournament here last year. Very, very good player. And it was an all-Canadian affair in the Canadian Open in Canada last August, when the two Canadians played each other for the first time ever, and Raonic came out on top 7-6 in the final set. Very tense match on both sides. What happens when you play a fellow countryman? But certainly a top 25 player to be.
The conqueror of India's Yuki Bhamri in the earlier round is Vasek POSPISIL. He beat Yuki quite handily in straight sets. Big serve, very heavy ground strokes from the baseline, and one of the real great competitors now in modern tennis. Like Anand said earlier, semi-finals at the Montreal Open, that is a huge performance where he lost, I think, 7-6 in the third round.
7-6 in the third.
Yeah,
It's an
so-
amazing match. Also, Yuki, they were asking me today, what's the difference between Yuki, who's 22, and POSPISIL, who's 23? I think the main difference that we saw yesterday was the power on the serve.
Yeah.
And Yuki needs to beef it up so he can get some free points by serving in the 200 kilometer an hour range. Because he was in the 180s and the Canadian was 207, 208. And with that speed, even if you don't hit a clean ace, the return is going to be short and the next balls are put away. So you need to get up there, 125 miles an hour is what it is.
And a free point here and there makes a very big difference. Anyway, we come to Vasek POSPISIL. He currently resides in Freeport in Bahamas. Probably plays a little tennis with Mark Knowles. He's 32. He's ranked 32 in the world. That's his highest career ranking. Turned pro in 2007. 23 years old. 6'4" tall. Weighs in at 84 kilograms.
He's got his work cut out for him today against the number 1 seed right here, center of your screen, red and white, Swiss colors. Saint Bartholomew, Switzerland is where he resides. Ranking 8, career best 8. Turned pro 12 years ago in 2002, age 28, 6 foot tall, 81 kilos. Really solidly built young man. As we said earlier, great upper body strength. He can hit the ball above his shoulder height, which is quite amazing. And the road to semi-final was through, and this is POSPISIL, Edmund Kyle from Britain, a wild card, 6-3, 7-5. A walkover from Jensen Liu of Taipei, and yesterday the win over Yuki Bambri.
He beat 2 wild cards in 3 rounds. And had got 2 wild cards and a walkover.
Good draw.
Yeah. And the road to the semi-final was a bye in the first, then a very comprehensive victory over Benjamin Becker, 6-3, 6-1. And then yesterday he played awesome to beat Bedin, Alize Bedin, 6-2, 6-1. So it's been a sort of walk in the park for Stanislas WAWRINKA into the semi-finals of the Chennai Open.
Lost 7 games so far. Amazing. In this time of this kind of competition, to beat people so badly is quite amazing.
And now, earlier we had Leander Paes and the doubles team of Brunstrom and Nielsen. They met the children with special needs from the organization Ekadakshya. You see, they were all gifted tennis balls. Autographed, I hope.
Brunstrom and Nielsen played extremely well yesterday against Sakit Menani and his partner Karen Kashanov. Yeah. 1 break a set. It was just superb tennis, I thought. I watched the first set and it was good tennis all around. The Swedish-Danish team a little bit better on the returns and the exchanges at the net. Kashanov, 17 years old, not really a doubles player, served and stayed back and made things a little difficult for the Indian. Still, you get a wild card, you get to semi-final, that is a good result.
And of course we have our chair umpire for the second semi-final, Magdi Somat from Egypt.
Well, Rico, I did have a little chat with Leander Paes yesterday, did I tell you?
And of course, the official partners, Rico of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. And well, Anand, you can tell us what Leander had to say with regards to Davis Cup.
Yeah, we had a little chat about the Davis Cup, and he said that he would like to opt out for the first 2 matches because he felt that he may not be needed, that we might be able to get through it without him, and secondly that he had some business that needed to be taken care of. So he said, would you mind if I opt out the first 2? So I said, not at all, absolutely not, and we can talk again at Wimbledon and see if we get through the first 2 matches, and then we have a World Group playoff in September. We can talk and see what your schedule looks like. And he said, oh, anytime you call me up, I'd be happy to do it, but please leave me out of the first 2. So I was more than happy that he at least told me in time, and now we can pick a team that we can be happy with. So,
and of course we have our official timekeeper, Rado, and of course our transport partner, Fiat, the finest makers of Italian cars. A Fiat Linea is on center court, on display, and my good friend here Anand will be driving off with one of them on Sunday evening.
Yeah, right. Just what I need to drive in Chennai. Yeah. I'll probably run over a few people in between. That's my worry. I almost drove the Lamborghini around yesterday, and I would definitely run over a few people. Jeez, it's such a difficult car to drive.
Such a powerful machine.
Yeah, exactly. But getting back to...
of course we had some tweets. One says Stan Wawrinka records 300th match win of his career at the Chennai Open. Glad this achievement took place in India. Congo Stan.
What's Congo Stan? Oh, okay. Congratulations.
Right.
Okay.
That's
I thought they suddenly thought he was from the Congo or something.
And yes, congrats Stan on 300 career wins. I can probably say I was there when you notched up your 300th.
Okay.
Well done. Yeah, these are very
Good.
nice.
Yeah, very nice.
RE_90. There's been a lot of following of the Aircel Chennai Open. I get a lot of messages and calls from friends,
Tweets.
tweets, people who watch tennis around India, who always tune in.
Time.
You're the guy with the text messages, Rico. Anything we say, we get a comment on it.
Well, I don't want to say, Anand, what you are the guy for, but not on national television. So I'll settle for the
You'll
message
settle for
guy.
you're the SMS guy. Okay, you'll be the SMS guy then. Okay.
So anyway, we are about to begin the second semi-final tonight. You think POSPISIL has the game to trouble Stan Wawrinka?
I think he definitely has the game to trouble him. Whether he can beat him is, personally, I don't think so. But he certainly has a very, very big game. And if he catches fire for about 45 minutes, he could win a set. But again, I think Wawrinka overall is going to be extremely solid and going to be tough to. But he plays so far behind the baseline anyway, Stan, especially on the return of serve. Yesterday, to play against a guy who beat him the last time they played over here in the quarterfinal, Bedene, and come here and give him 3 games, quite incredible. I think he has the ability and the talent to make it to the
Thank
top
you,
5.
ladies and gentlemen.
By my personal opinion
Ready for
on
play.
Wawrinka, because he's beaten Murray,
First set.
he can beat David Ferrer. He's just not going to beat Nadal and Djokovic on a regular basis.
Del Potro?
I think he's definitely as good as Del Potro.
POSPISIL.
I think he's definitely as good
Ready.
as Burdish.
Anyway,
Play.
POSPISIL to open the proceedings from the far end. Serving to Stan Wawrinka.
Nandri.
I think the
Thank
key
you.
really for POSPISIL is how well he's going to serve
Serve.
tonight. Yeah. If he's going to serve a lot of second serves, then Stan is going to be very aggressive with the returns.
15 love.
Vasek POSPISIL, 23 years old from Canada. Come on the scene very quickly. A year ago he was comparative unknown. Now he's ranked 32 in the world. Yeah, that's what he needs to do. Get a lot of heavy first serves, 201 kilometers now already.
30 love.
He's got nothing to lose. He's got to go for broke and play fairly high risk tennis.
One-handed backhand doing the damage. It was such a difficult shot to hit. He's so comfortable hitting it. As you see
15.
replay of this, look at that balance and racket head speed onto that backhand.
Hits that backhand down the line from the middle of the court, which is so hard to do. Creating an angle, reverse cross court, amazing.
Yeah, he has no angle to work with.
No
He actually
angle to
creates
work
it.
with.
You're right.
Yeah, great shot.
You know, Anand, coming back to Davis Cup, I was thinking about it this
40-15.
afternoon. Pretty much Somdev and Yuki picked themselves for singles,
Right.
and then you're left to play a doubles team, maybe a third singles player and 1/4 guy who can play doubles. And I think ideally, even Saket Maineni would be a prospect. But I
He's-
thought
he's
he has a
different.
big game and seems quite loose. I like the way he plays.
Rico is definitely in the mix. And I watched him play doubles last night. I
First
stuck
game.
around just to watch him play. Quite impressive. If he had a partner who could serve and volley and kind of help him out of the net a little bit, would have been, I think, a lot closer. But the young Russian he's more served and stayed back on his first serves. And then it's difficult to hold serve.
And of course,
Especially when you're playing two very accomplished doubles players, Brunstrom and Nielsen.
and of course Ram Kumar Ramanathan, who's had a fantastic week. Even if he doesn't make the team, should make the squad, because I think his time is not too far away too.
Right. I agree with that.
Stanislas WAWRINKA to serve.
Wawrinka on the far end. POSPISIL having held serve in a couple of minutes.
First service.
Going for broke on that second serve.
15 love.
You know, one silver lining, Anand, of this tournament has been what I saw Yuki Bamri play for two reasons.
Yeah.
One is last year when I watched him play here, I didn't find that he had got any better from the year before that. He was still doing the same stuff, maybe a little better. Serve was absolutely not on, and his ground strokes were not as heavy as they were. But this year, at least, I think he can take something away from here. He knows that he now needs to work on his serve. You know, the kind of rest of the game is falling into place.
Right.
He's pretty solid from the back. Every time he got into a long rally with POSPISIL, he was holding his own, toe to toe.
Right.
So I think if you can get him to work, he needs to work on his serve, and he can get that serve, and he can get a couple of free points every time he serves his game. I think he can climb the ranks.
I think he needs to work on his serve and needs to work on his transition game, trying to get into the net and closing out a few more points. Same with Somdev. I think they both have pretty much the same things to work on at different levels. Okay, but no, I think he definitely proved himself this week. And as I was telling Vijay earlier in the interview, I think this was probably the best tournament for the Indians in the last 5 years.
Far side line.
I mean, Yuki was in the quarters of the singles. Ramkumar arrived on the scene. Sakit Minani played really well in the doubles. So we've got to see some new faces, which is great. That's being out. So, I'm overall happy with the performance of the Indians. And like you say, I mean, you might as well have more players in the mix. It makes it much more interesting.
Suddenly 30 all, double fall from the number 1 seed. That backhand slice sailing long.
30-40.
The first window of opportunity, 2 goes to the Canadian. From 30 love to 30-40. His first break point of the match. Again, a good first serve, nice and deep. On the number 1 seed, saves the game point.
Well, those are the ones that young POSPISIL needs to get back and play, because he's going to have chances few and far between. Oh, that's a good one. And that's a serve that's difficult to get back and play. It was pretty much on the line, moving away, a wide serve. But if he's got it on his two-hander and just needs to block it back, it can be done. See that? Exactly. Great return. Short backswing, compact.
Use.
Just blocked it back, and WAWRINKA misses the half volley. Return came back so quickly.
I was going to say 203. It was back in a jiffy. So we're back to deuce.
This young Canadian has everything. He really has a very complete game. Backhand slice was great. Massive serve.
And then going over the highest part of the net on that approach shot. With not much of a court to work with, but great depth and speed on that forehand to set up break point. So break point number 2 to the young Canadian. Went for that.
A little over anxious on the second break point. Missed it by 10 feet at least.
Very free sweater is the young Canadian. I know yesterday he went through about 10 of these t-shirts right through the match.
Had them all lined up on the back of his chair. All the same color, yes. Great serve. Stan needs to get out of this game and settle into this match, because so far the Canadian's been all over him. Who would have thought Canada would produce 2 such good players in a short period of time?
Game, WAWRINKA.
With that big serve, WAWRINKA, our number 1 seed, holds serve. After saving 2 break points.
1 game all.
1 game all. The opening set. Again, a great 1-2 by the Canadian.
Like we said
15
earlier,
love.
if he lands that first serve, Rico, I think he's got to keep his percentage above 60-65%, and then he'll have a chance to challenge the top seed.
Let's.
Looking at the order of play this afternoon,
service.
Anand, I felt this was probably the match of the tournament because both these guys have been pretty awesome up to now. And like you said, POSPISIL has the game. If you can land his first serves at a high percentage, got the groundies to hurt WAWRINKA.
So I do like the way Eduardo Roger Vasselin plays. He's a beautiful player to watch. He does a bit of everything and he does it well. And he's also fired up after in the third set. Well, watch the way Stan starts off 10 feet behind the baseline and
15
then
all.
moves into the next ball and is on the baseline.
Just the sheer weight behind that backhand and the depth.
The first ball, right?
Yeah.
He's able to make his way in.
Yeah, I thought the last semi-final was a brilliant match
Very
because there were 2 guys who were very sort of different sort of players. One very sort of classic, hits the ball on the rise, lovely sort of game, and then there was the Spaniard.
The grinder.
Yeah, he ground every single ball.
He had the most weird style, slice forehand.
15
We saw
nothing.
everything from him. The backhand that I feel looks too close to his body, but somehow gets it in the court, and he makes you play 1,000 balls for a point.
Yeah, and he serves and volleys. He surprises you. You don't really know what to
What he's
expect.
gonna
When
do.
yeah.
And yesterday he got by Benoit Paire, the number 4 seed here, 7-6 in the third.
After trailing 5-1 in the third.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that. Really. Oh, yes. Well played. Wow. What a point. What a pickup by the Stan here.
That was a great volley by POSPISIL.
Yeah,
Stan did really well to get there. Did not go
That
out.
looked a bit wide. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, there was no call.
Huh?
Stan.
You called out? No, the ball was good. I mean. The ball was good. I saw it good. I didn't hear anything. You challenged?
What's he arguing about?
I didn't hear. You called out? Ladies and gentlemen, the line umpire on the far sideline call out. Mr. WAWRINKA challenging the call.
Now, this
The
is
left
absolutely
side
not
line.
fair. He's challenging the call now, after he lost the point.
No, the linesman, he did not hear the line. The umpire didn't hear the linesman call it out. So he had already given the point to the young Canadian. Yeah, it's way out.
Yeah,
Call is time.
threw away a challenge. Or did he?
Huh? This one second. 15-40 kill. Huh? He called out. Okay, the ball is
Not
out.
quite sure what happened.
Yeah. Then he won the point. Huh? 30 odd.
Well, the Canadian won the point twice.
Huh? Yeah. I didn't hear anything from him.
Well, I read it at 30 all, Anand.
It is 30
Yeah,
all.
it was 15-30 and the Canadian won this point.
WAWRINKA
He won it,
has
yeah.
two challenges.
First, WAWRINKA hit the ball out,
Yeah.
and then he pushed it down the line. So he,
He won the point anyway,
Twice.
whatever. Yeah. I think it's 30 all.
it is. Oh, brilliant.
Yes.
Well done. Really good play when you play
40.
someone as quick as these players out there to go back behind them. This one right here.
Great technique on that forehand volley. So nice to see. You were always told to go and step in, get the racket out in front,
Exactly.
keep the wrist nice and firm.
Just what he did.
Yep.
You don't see that many great volleys these days, though.
Yeah.
The racket technology being what it is, like so many high volleys. Though. Oops.
Oops, first double fault here by Vasek
Yes.
POSPISIL. Coming at a crucial time. Third game, first set. Comes up with a huge monster down the middle.
208.
208 on the Rado speed gun.
Almost that's 130 miles an hour. Absolutely massive first serve. Thick 2 inches, 5 inches from the line. WAWRINKA had no chance at all. Ooh, just pulled it wide. But an
Yes.
amazing dig from Stan here to get that ball back in play and deep.
Nothing surprises me from his backhand side.
No, that's true.
There's so much variety there. He probably played blindfolded.
Got a beautiful backhand slice as well.
It's my good friend
Advantage Vasek.
Vasudevan's birthday today, Anna.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Vasu, if you're watching this anywhere, I know you're in Chennai.
Yes.
A very happy birthday from Anand and myself.
Yeah, we wish you, Vasu, very happy birthday. All the best. Hope you have a good year.
But with that backhand sailing wide, the young Canadian, the number 5 seed,
Vasek leads 2 games to 1.
holds serve and leads 2 games to 1 in the opening set.
Hear him. Time.
Welcome back to semi-final action at the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. You're watching the top seed Stan WAWRINKA from Switzerland take on the young Canadian Vasek POSPISIL. 2-1, games on serve in the first set. And this man here knows he's got a fight on his hands. Canadian serving in the 200 kilometer an hour range is a huge talent.
Sir WAWRINKA challenge in the cone on the left near side. The ball was called in.
This is what I don't like or understand. So he's missed the ball and then decides to challenge it. This is probably what POSPISIL is arguing about.
Call over.
Well, that was right over the umpire's nose.
And he wins the points. Stan now gets the 15 love now.
15 love. If
If you're going to stop the point, you should stop it right there and then challenge it. Not miss a forehand and then say, oh, I want to challenge.
30 love.
Great serve.
40 love.
Big serves here by Stan Wawrinka. Races away to a 40 love lead. Trying to be very cute there.
40-15.
You see the drop shots he tried yesterday that he made a complete mess of? I think that's not his forte. Just blast that backhand.
Well, at 40 love, he can
I guess so.
play around a little bit. Hope it doesn't come back to bite him. See a good serve again by Stan Wawrinka. Whole serve. 2 games all.
2 games all.
This is the opening set. It's so nice that this event continues here in Chennai, Anand. For the simple reason that we, as a tennis fraternity in this country, don't meet that much anymore, you know. It's just one event a year, and it's always great. Guys from the older generations that visit the stadium.
Love 15.
Exactly.
And it's a nice time of the year. People are on holiday.
It's a great time of the year, especially here in Chennai. Also, 4 years ago we used to have 4 events, 2 men's and 2 ladies. Now we're just down to this last one. And it would be really a shame to lose it. But I think it's due to be here for at least another 3 years. That's great. Thanks to Aircel and all the other sponsors who've come on board. And of course,
Love
the
15.
Tamil Nadu government, which has been a big help
Yes.
keeping this event here.
And I think the Honorable Chief Minister Jayalalitha is a big supporter of sport.
Big supporter of sport. This
had-
is a
well,
stadium
had-
that she built, or she had built.
We had the World Chess here a few weeks ago, and
Exactly.
and this event here that takes place every year. Oh, a miss by POSPISIL. The 3 break points to Stan Wawrinka.
All of a sudden came out of nowhere. 3 quick points for the top seed. A double and a missed forehand. Little of the inexperience showing.
Like we mentioned, he needed to serve well as the serve dropped in this set. Serving only a second serve and a double fault. Stan has raced away to a love 40 lead.
Look where he hit that backhand from. 10, 12 feet behind
15,
based on a
14.
massive looping backhand. Cross court that just fell wide.
Like you said, so strong. People don't realize how tough it is to hit that shot. Sort of strength you got to generate with the racket speed to get it nice and deep. Oh, another double fault by the young Canadian. And with that, Stan Wawrinka breaks serve.
Leads 3 games to 2.
He leads 3 games to 2. Opening set action. The second semi-final of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014.
Next time, the challenge, make it fast. Time.
We love Stan. That is the call in the SDAT Tennis Stadium here tonight. Live tennis action on Star Sports. And I have Mr. Anand Amritraj sitting by my side, bringing you this second semi-final.
Wow. Stan Wawrinka a little casual with that forehand volley. He tried a short angle, but Canadian read it and was there well in time. Should have put this away.
Should have put that one away.
You should have put this away for sure. You play a cute little angle like that, paid the price.
The Chalaki shot.
Yeah. But that break last game, 2 doubles and a missed forehand.
15 all
of a sudden,
Came out of nowhere,
lost
Anand.
them. Came out of nowhere.
One very loose game by the Canadian.
I guess that's what separates people in the top 10 to those ranked maybe 30 to 40, 50 possibly. Top 10 guys mentally wear you down. Oh, doubles on both sides.
15-13.
I think a couple of events going on. One in Qatar and one in Brisbane, right? At the moment.
Right. Doha and Brisbane.
And I think Nadal has won today, and so has Federer.
Federer won. He's in the semis. I don't know if he won today, but he won yesterday. And
Playing, I think, Leighton Hewitt now in the semi-finals.
oh, that'll be a match of old timers.
Yeah.
Missed it. Oh, even the best backfire sometimes.
15-14.
Set it up beautifully with 2 big forehands.
Yeah.
And when he got the pretty much easy half-court backhand, got the top of the tape.
Now a chance for the Canadian to break right back, level the set. Dan missed a few first serves this game.
Something about serving from that end, Anand?
Possibly. Oops. That end is actually the where you're downwind there,
30-14.
from what I've heard. Wind blowing from the our side of the court, commentator's box side. Or the royal box side, shall we say. Which looks like all the people sitting under the shaded area. Like royal box of Wimbledon there, Rico.
Another break point here against the number 1 seed.
No. Pulled it wide.
Again, a good deep first serve by Stan Wawrinka.
He does play the big points so well though, Wawrinka. Even yesterday, so many times he was down 15-30 and even once I think love 40 in the match. And tremendous points. Oh, that's a tough one.
Great defending there by Pospisil.
Great defense. The thing is, we keep talking about Wawrinka's backhand, we forget how good his forehand is.
Advantage, Pospisil.
Punishing the forehand over here, but Pospisil staying in the point and finally forcing the error.
That lob hitting the baseline, getting himself back in the point.
He does sweat a fair bit, old Vasek here. He's been through one shirt, it's only been 5 games.
Again, a huge first serve.
Sir Pospisil challenging the call.
It's amazing how the great players
The left,
pull the
center
best
serve,
shots
double
out when they have
scoring.
to.
In fact, I was watching last night an Australian Open highlight show from the past. Philip Pusis was playing Sampras,
Oh, really?
96.
Mr.
96 was it?
Yeah, Philip Pusis won the first set 6-4, and then I think I fell asleep. But it was...
Australian Open.
Yeah. Serving at 210, 2 you know, so they were serving at that pace
Speed
even then, yeah.
17, 18 years ago.
Only the shorts were a little shorter.
Shots were a lot shorter. depth, great pace from the POSPISIL forehand, forcing the error.
Advantage, POSPISIL.
Almost on the baseline. We saw Mark Philippus in November. Came and played an event, a charity event for us at Vijay's foundation, and still hits the ball huge, still serves at 125 miles an hour. Amazing. And he's only 38 years old after all this. I thought he might be a little older. Oh!
Had a look there.
How unlucky was that?
Yes.
See, that's always a danger. When you go to a WAWRINKA backhand, you always want to be even better than you actually hit it, because you're scared he's going to run it down and do something with it. Sort of puts you off.
That's a shame though, because he did have
Even a great
very good look
there,
at it. Yeah.
So back to Deuce. Yeah, coming back to Philippus, I heard he's a great surfer.
Yeah, he lives in California. He lives in Del Mar, which is between Los Angeles and San Diego. Spends a lot of time there surfing, and he's got his own clothing line.
Oh.
Yeah, doing quite well. Just got married and having his first baby as of December. So
Advantage.
very nice. Brought the wife along also to this event, and it was he was really quite sweet.
So, game point. Stan Wawrinka, 3-2. Forehand over, hit by the Canadian. So with that, Wawrinka holds serve.
Stan a little lucky to get out of that game. Down 3 break points, and with one of them, this young man here had a good look with the forehand, and
WAWRINKA leads 4 games
just
to 2.
pulled it wide. Stan, typical of a number 8 player in the world, plays the big points, the break points extremely well.
Let's go. Thank you. Seats, please.
Well, as you were saying, he's a great, proud favorite here in Chennai. Has always performed well.
Love 15.
Just blasters that forehand. He didn't need to do that much with it.
He's missed a couple off his forehand side. A big one in the last game, a game point.
Look at Stan Wawrinka's return of serve. He loves that. He goes all the way back to the linesman's chair and then tries to go down the line from there. Not too many people who can do that. But the number of times he pulled it off yesterday was incredible.
Trust me, before the end of the evening, he'll pull one off.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. There it is. The racket had speed on Stan's. Pulled that one wide. You know, when he turns his shoulder for that backhand,
30,
it's
15.
almost impossible to tell if he's going cross court or down the line. He can just, at the last minute, change direction with it. Quite incredible. And as you saw, his forehand is not that bad either. It's actually a great shot.
Been in the shadow of the great Roger
Roger.
Federer.
Roger F.
But has improved his ranking in the last couple of years.
Ooh, close. Close but in. That's the transition game I was talking about. See the short ball, and you go for it and you're in. Not having to hit 3 more winners to get the point. Not a very crisp volley, but did the job.
2 game points for the Canadian.
Yeah.
With that big first
Love
serve.
serve.
Vasek POSPISIL.
New balls, please.
Our number 5 seed holds serve.
WAWRINKA leads 4 games to 3.
But when we return, Stan WAWRINKA will be serving 4-3 with a service break.
Challenge between first and second serve, make it faster. Yeah, buddy. More towels, please. More towels and put it here. Okay? Then you have to. Thank you very much. Time. Speed the serve also.
So, live tennis action coming to you. Men's singles semi-finals. Aircel Chennai Open 2014. The number 1 seed Stan WAWRINKA. Upper break, serving 4-3 with new balls. Been on court for 34 minutes on the Rado timepiece. And we're coming to you live from the southern city in India. A beautiful city of Chennai.
Well, take time away from your opponent. That's
15
one way to go
balls.
about it. A swing volley. We never used to do that in our times, Breaker. We didn't have the rackets either to do it with.
Yeah.
Go and try that with a wooden racket.
Well, women's tennis use the swinging volley a lot.
They certainly do. Most of them don't know how to hit a regular volley. They can swing at anything. If you see Venus and Serena, of course, started it. And
Yeah, I think Venus is in a final in Auckland for a long time.
That's great. Great for her. I wasn't sure she was going to continue playing.
And a big serve by Stan WAWRINKA.
3 quick points. Oh, I guess the new balls help.
Tend to fly a lot quicker off the racket.
Nearly took the linesman's head off. Ducked just in time. Well, that's the quickest game yet. The 8th game, and
WAWRINKA leads 5 games to 3.
consolidates his hold. So now 1 game away from the first set. Looks really in good shape, doesn't he, Stan WAWRINKA?
Yeah, he's a lot more composed than he was before. Yeah,
definitely.
You can see there's a bit of an air of, that, yes, I'm on the top of my game, I'm playing great. And it's going to take a lot of good tennis to beat me. I think in the past when I watched him play, when he went on the court, you were not sure whether he would, actually just win or there were close matches. But nowadays when he gets on the court, his matches have been so sort of within command from the first point. Yeah.
He's got more of a presence, right?
Yep, absolutely.
And that's crucial. That's very important in tennis. Whoa. Came off the top of the racket. Almost into the cheap seats, as they say. Sometimes you lose the ball in the lights, coming down from the darkness, if it is higher than where the lights are. Not as easy as it looks.
I'll never forget our dear friend Balram Singh. He was watching it in Delhi. I remember once playing doubles with him when I was a junior, and he's telling me in Hindi, "Hey, 5 talla lob maro, 5 talla." That means they did 5 stories.
Actually a good play. And if you can get it deep, it's almost unplayable.
Yeah.
5 stories up in the air. Okay, 5 stories up.
Of course, Balram, Narinder. He had some real great characters on the Indian
Gaurav,
tennis circuit.
Misra?
Yep.
All Calcutta boys, at least.
Yeah.
Narendra and
30,
Gaurav.
15.
Narinder, there was Praveen Singh, Vidyut Goswami.
Subir Mukherjee,
So all played tennis in the Calcutta South Club.
the home of Indian tennis for sure.
Yeah. Of course, then
Just beautiful grass courts.
we have 3 services now. No? Even
Yeah.
Davis Cup there. We have synthetic, we have clay, and we have grass.
Also,
Yeah, we can. Which club in this kind of world offers you 3 playing surfaces?
not many. He started a surprise attack with the serve and volley on the second serve
30.
and muffed a pretty easy, pretty routine backhand volley. And 2 points from the set.
T-Way stands for the second serve, Anand.
Yeah.
Then he kind of advances.
No, just wide. He had it lined up though.
Tried to change direction with the forehand down the line.
30.
Got over the net, but caught it a little late. So with that, POSPISIL gets to game point.
Let's go service. Game, POSPISIL.
With that forcing forehand, POSPISIL hangs on to a serve and
WAWRINKA
now
leads
forces
5
WAWRINKA to serve out the set when we come back after this break.
Come closer to the net. More. Empty barrel to the crowd. Time. Take the empty barrel to the crowd.
So we are back live in Chennai, in Valluvar Kottam.
You got it, finally. What, after 4 years? That's a good effort.
4 years and 6 days.
6 days a year, yeah. Almost up to the 5th year. Oh, a little unlucky.
WAWRINKA here serving for the first set.
15 love.
Well, that one game with the 2 double faults and missed forehand really has cost the young Canadian.
I guess that's what separates the two of them at the moment.
Right. That high forehand volley, not an easy shot, but Stan here managed to generate a lot of pace.
Big kicker out wide doing the damage.
Look how high that was. Get off the ground. Well done.
Let's. It's close.
Yes. Well, he unloaded on 2 backhands.
30-15.
Pospisil playing defense. He does move well, this young Canadian. Just gets to hand on a lot of balls. A big point for Stan Wawrinka.
So with that big
40-15.
forehand, first serve from the number 1 seed. The 2 set points. 44 minutes into the first set. Stan Wawrinka 5-4 and 40-15.
Yeah.
Again a wonderfully hit forehand cross court.
Wawrinka.
So after
6
44
games to
minutes, as
4.
I mentioned earlier, Stan Wawrinka holds serve. And with that, the number 1 seed at the Aircel Chennai Open 2014 won the first set, 6 games to 4.
Okay, first set. Master WAWRINKA 6 games to 4. Can you talk again? I didn't hear anything. Okay, now I hear. Thank you.
Well, semi-final action on the Saturday of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. Top seed Stan Wawrinka of Switzerland
Time.
has won the first set 6-4 over Vasek Pospisil of Canada. No, very well contested first set. Just one shaky game by the Canadian and he got broken. Soon after that,
Second set.
this man here faced 3 break points but managed to survive them. And now
POSPISIL 2-0.
let's see if the young Canadian can turn things around. Not going to be easy because Stan hasn't given him anything to work with. Not too many unforced errors. Solid performance so far. As we said earlier, Pospisil needs to find the range on his first serve like that. Yeah, well done. Good start. Other than that one shaky
15
game that he
now.
played, he's been fairly solid on the first serve. And when he does land on his serve, and when he does land the first serve, he's been okay. Dan Wawrinka stands closer in to return the first serve than he does the second, which is quite amazing. There it is. Oops. Just overplayed it.
30 love.
But he does love going for that, and it's pretty to watch.
Like you said, he's so comfortable. He prepared nice and early with a great shoulder turn, so he can hit down the line or cross court with
Tough to
time to
read.
spare. Yeah, absolutely.
That must be one tight net cord there. Every
Four
time it
balls.
hits the top of the tape, I've seen the ball fly long. Quite incredible. Either it doesn't come over or it goes long. Great forehand. played.
Great court coverage by POSPISIL. Very heavy hitting by the number 1 seed.
40-15.
Watch that. So from where he recovers to get to this backhand. And then a pretty easy put away.
Game, POSPISIL.
Good hold. Good way to start the second set.
First
You
game,
would certainly
second
want to keep this set as close as possible and not make any donations on a serve.
He knows. I think he'll be alright. I will let him know that.
Yeah, a little chat with the umpire. I wonder what it's about.
He's going to serve in.
He's asking for the trainer.
Trainer, yeah, sounds like it.
Play, come in.
Didn't play
He's
very
gonna
long
just cut the
match yesterday
tape.
against
He's going to just cut the
UK?
tape, the plaster. The plaster, just cut the tape. Clay, can you come right now?
Oh, he wants to cut some tape. Because I think
off his foot. Yeah. Looks like he's bandaged pretty solidly. Interesting shoes, Rika.
yeah.
A6.
Do you need to cut the tape?
Talking to a few of the players this week who have played here in Chennai before, they all were telling me how much they loved the hotel we were staying at this time, as opposed to where we were the last few years. Hyatt Regency, one of the sponsors of the event, just a world-class hotel.
They have very, very large, comfortable rooms. Service in the hotel has been outstanding.
Great Chinese restaurant, Indian restaurant, just top class.
Indian hospitality at its best.
Best, exactly. We'll just cut it off completely.
What happens here? You don't get a 3-minute timeout. He just asked for his thing to...
Medical timeout, I don't know how long that is supposed to be.
Can you take this?
Supposed to be 3 minutes.
Please.
That's it?
Yep.
Has he changed his shirt yet? That's what I'd like to know. We're sweating so profusely in that first set. I would think a shirt change was definitely called for.
After a minor hold-up, play resumes on center court. WAWRINKA, the number 1 seed from the near end. Been missing a few of his backhands tonight.
Today he hasn't.
Love
He's been
15.
only like 50-50 with the backhands, where normally it's he makes 9 out of 10. Kind of a little bit off with the timing.
Ball. Love 30.
Well, I can't believe he missed 2 in a row. Not by much, but still long. Certainly an opening for the Canadian. Oof, that was so well played. It was short and in front of the service line, and
15,
WAWRINKA had to use all the topspin he could to bring it up and down quickly. Just watch this over here. Not an easy shot. So well played.
Let's for service.
Made the tough one, made the return. Very sort of casual sort of backhand slice. Went to the bottom of the net.
He's really going to kick himself for that because he rarely gets a love 30 or a 15-30, and when he does, hasn't been able to make most of it just yet. One game he had 3 break points and failed to convert. Really his only chance in the first set. That was in. Oh, what amazing hitting from the number 1 seed. Forehands and backhands, the last 2.
The spectators off his chair there, applauding.
Again, a minor chance erased by Stan WAWRINKA.
Oh, wonderful return by POSPISIL.
Back on the line. Took a big chance there. Easier to do it at 40-30 than 30-40 as you watch the second serve. Perfect placement. I would have challenged that though. It was awfully close to the line.
Let's. First service.
Well, we can't challenge that. The machine just went off.
That's the problem. Big hitting on both sides.
You're right, the ball never comes over the net if it hits the top of it.
Telling you, if it comes over the net, it's going to go long. Otherwise, it just doesn't come over. Amazing. Not like one of these loose net cords that they have at Wimbledon, which just hits top of the net and trickles over. I haven't seen it yet in 6 days.
The game point to the number 1 seed here.
He's been trying to serve and volley, and for some reason he hasn't been able to make that first serve just when he wants to do that. Surprise attack. Great second serve. Whoa! Great second serve. Amazing block angle return.
Yes.
Great second serve and even greater return of serve.
You can't teach anyone to do that.
Yeah, that was top notch.
That linesman was taking a target practice. Dodging bullets.
Oh.
Now, a real chance for the young Canadian.
Advantage was pursued.
Amazing how well the slice works sometimes. This one right here, look at this. Just a very smooth, low slice, and WAWRINKA catching the top of the tape.
The break point to the Canadian.
That was close.
213. Didn't miss by much.
213 out wide.
News.
Another chance goes by.
Wrong. That backhand cross court, wrong footing the Canadian.
Yes. Tremendous. He loves going behind the player.
Advantage WAWRINKA.
3-4 times in this game he's gone behind POSPISIL and not into the open court.
More with his forehand side.
More with his forehand
Yeah,
side.
he loves to do that. So game point to the number 1 seed. It's been a long game. Hanging in there.
Been a very long game.
Again, big outright first serve, 209, just missing.
Stayed in.
Yes.
Close. POSPISIL's backhand slice staying just inside the baseline.
I'm seeing a little bit of variety here being put in by POSPISIL. Hitting a few over, slicing a few. And it's
Definitely working.
yeah, it's definitely working because WAWRINKA is having trouble holding serve.
Couple of errors. Yeah. Unless you do that, then
Life becomes a lot easier.
easier.
Advantage WAWRINKA. Let's for service.
Difficult low volley, and WAWRINKA didn't do enough with it. Paid the price. This one here, below the level of the net, and that was just not crisp enough.
Yeah, I kind of pushed it.
Pushed it.
Yep. Into the 9th minute here on WAWRINKA's serve.
It's going a lot forehand to forehand with
Advantage
Canadian.
WAWRINKA.
I think he's just not wanting to let him get comfortable in the backhand corner. So keep him honest. WAWRINKA has been going to his forehand a lot. Match an hour old. Start of the second set.
Just not getting his first serve in on the ad court.
Game.
And finally, the top seed hangs on to his serve. He was down love 30 and a break point, but managed to fend it off.
9 minutes and 52 seconds is how long that game took. Stan WAWRINKA, number 1 seed, holds on, holds serve,
Before you serve.
and we are tied up in the second set and 1 game apiece.
Now. You want to play now?
POSPISIL seems to be having some problems with his feet. He's called for the trainer
Ladies and
again.
gentlemen, the trainer has been called to the court.
Is there a limit to the number of times you can call the trainer?
No, I think there's a limit to getting that medical timeout. You can't
Okay.
get a medical timeout so many times. I think one or maybe a second time in the match.
Right.
But you can have the trainer come on for that 90 seconds when the changeover. And
Okay, but this is not a changeover.
no,
Right, so
this could be a medical timeout.
timeout.
I think his back seems to be pointing to
Yeah.
a spasm, maybe a spasm in his lower back.
Well, he's been doing a lot of running, and though his match yesterday against Yuki was 2 sets, it was. He has played a lot of tennis, and most of them have.
Okay, the ATP Tour has some marvelous trainers who travel around the tour. Guys from different parts of the universe.
Different parts of the world, absolutely.
Some are Czech, some are American, some are Australian. Get all different
Nationalities.
nationalities.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. POSPISIL is to receive medical timeout.
So that's the official time. He's got an official medical timeout. He tries to loosen his back.
Looks painful. Guess he's going to be on his front now. So. I guess the left lower back was bothering him. So easy to tweak a muscle in your back, though, with all turning and twisting and sliding that these guys do. I haven't seen too many slides here, but when you watch Novak Djokovic slide on the hard courts, it just doesn't even seem possible. Especially since these courts are so grainy and gritty. It's not like it's a very smooth hard court surface.
He got it down to a science.
He does have down to a science. Must go through a pair of shoes for every match.
Sorry, our first time he never told me, and he when he
Got
was
his knee
practicing, he told me he's
taped
gonna
up in
just
the back.
cut the tape. That's why. Okay?
Well, so you got the national grass courts coming up in a couple of weeks. Actually on the 12th in Calcutta,
Yep.
the South Club. And I think most of the top Indians are playing in it, which is always good. And that's from the 12th to the 18th, 12th to the 19th, right? So, January.
And then after the national then at the Calcutta South Club, we have the Maharashtra Tennis League.
That's right.
That's where Mr. Amritraj is headed.
And hopefully you'll be headed there as well. Come and keep me company. Yeah, the old MTL, now called the PTL, since it's the premier tennis league in the country. Since we are waiting for Mahesh's tennis league as well.
1 minute.
But yeah, it's in Pune for 1 week.
But I want to ask you a question, Anand.
Yes.
Since it's gone from the Maharashtra Tennis League to the Premier Tennis League, has the salaries of the players doubled? Since it's a Premier Tennis League,
yeah,
not the
exactly.
Maharashtra Tennis League anymore.
I think it's gone up a little bit, gone up with the cost of living. No, I think it has gone up, and rightly so. But all of our top guys are playing in it, and it's good fun. And I was talking to Mohit Mayur just now, and he was saying he's all excited to be there as well. It's the only format where they have the men and women playing on the same team, so it's good fun.
Yeah,
And very well supported by the Deccan Gymkhana as well as all the local district associations.
30 seconds.
that is one of our young junior champions.
Yeah, but you have a personal invitation from me
Thank you, Anand.
to come to both the league and the Davis Cup. Love to see you. Come and keep me company.
Okay, Mr. Amritraj. I may take you up on the Davis Cup part.
Yep.
Premier League, I'm not sure.
Okay. We'll have to have a league invite you. That's it.
Time.
1 game all.
My good friend Nitin Kirtane.
That's it.
Only trouble with the guy is he may offer me train fare.
First class though.
So after the medical timeout, of number 5 seed POSPISIL.
It's amazing that he stands 10 feet behind the baseline and hits the ball 10 feet out. And what strength should we have to do? And these balls are so heavy. I tried hitting with them there today, and as soon as they get slightly old, they're fluffy and fairly heavy. Australian Open Wilsons. This is what they are.
30 love.
I'm glad they're using the same ball that they use at the Australian Open.
Right.
Guys who get sort of adapted on their way to Australia.
Right serve. Almost hit him on the foot.
You know, Anand, the funny part is I've been doing the late night matches here with
30,
Charu, and we
15.
finish and we head back to the hotel.
Correct.
And every time we get to the hotel, it's around about midnight, and that's the time the flights are flying out, either to Singapore or to Bangkok, and en route to Australia. So all the players that are out of the tournament are already at the reception.
Are in the lobby. Yeah,
in the
exactly.
reception, checking out.
You get to say goodbye to all of them, is
That's
it?
right. We give them a good Indian goodbye. fact, last night I came down to book a car to take my wife to the eye doctor today, and I saw Rohan and Isam sitting in the lobby waiting to leave. So
Oh, and Leander left last night
yeah,
as well.
and I was sitting and chatting with them for a while. Didn't get to see Leander, but definitely said bye to Bopes and to the Indo Park Express.
Indo Park Express. They had a very unfortunate loss here. 9-6, like you said, was the tiebreaker, right? Yeah, 9-6 they were, and the final set breaker and ended up losing.
leads 2 games.
They lost a heartbreaker, yes, that's what they did. But POSPISIL holds serve. And you can see him here stretching his back. He leads 2-1 in this the second set.
Time.
So, live singles action from Chennai. Our second semi-final. I'd like to remind our viewers, Edward Roger Vasselin, having won the first semi-final tonight in a cliffhanger, beating Marcel Granollers of Spain to book his place in the final tomorrow. Oh, he overhit that.
Well, the head fake from the number 1 seed
15 love.
causing POSPISIL to take his eye off the ball, forcing the error. He had a good look at that backhand though. Could have made it. That's the thing with passing shots. Once you get it, you just pick a side and go for it. Not look at your opponent too much. So Andre Agassi used to do so
15
well. Just pick a side and nail it. It's pretty much like how you make doubles returns when people play the I formation.
Go straight at them.
Straight at them or pick your side.
Oh, great depth on that forehand, on the WAWRINKA forehand.
Serious power hitting
30,
in the top
15.
seed. Problem in tennis is you get into trouble when you start second guessing yourself.
Yep.
To make up your mind, hit the ball. Oh, that is an awesome forehand, middle of the court. Perfectly timed.
40-15.
Just nothing that the young Canadian could do about that.
Taken on the rise, that off forehand. Beautifully placed. The 2 game points.
Beautiful.
Touch.
Well played. What a delicate half volley that was.
Great hands by POSPISIL.
Great hands. Watch this right here.
And just not an easy shot at all.
Possibly a little lucky, but still. Wow. What a play.
WAWRINKA still got to that. Drop shot. Didn't have much of a play.
Very quick for a big man. That's the danger of serving into a second serve down the tee that possibly hangs a little bit, but wow, what a return. POSPISIL certainly picked that one. Tremendous forehand down the line.
Oh, relatively comfort lead of 40-15. It's back to deuce. And going back to his bread and butter serve. The one out wide on the right court.
They're having good success with that today. And if he hasn't won the point outright, then he gets a short forehand which the top seed puts away. This is the side in which he's had trouble with the first serve, the ad court. Gutsy second serve down the tee.
Yeah, just got the previous second serve got whipped for a winner.
2 games
But
over.
this time it was deeper and a lot more heavy, forcing the error.
Yeah, 2 tough service games though so far. He's struggled with them. First one was a long one, 10 minutes, and this one too. 40-15, back to deuce. Had to fight for his service games. Top seed.
The 2 games all. Second set.
Got a serve. A nice, smooth, easy,
15
flowing
more.
action from the Canadian. I guess when you're 6'4", the game's a lot easier. Nice high ball toss. Too good. Well, as you said earlier, if he keeps a lot of first serves in, it's tough to break by anybody, including this man here, the Swiss star. Does have a high ball toss, Rico.
Yep. Smacked forehand cross court by the man from
15.
Saint Barthélemy.
Tell me. That next
In
to Geneva,
Switzerland.
Zurich? I wonder where it is. Switzerland. A lot of these players who are from Europe, they leave the home country to go live in Monte Carlo to avoid the taxes, just as POSPISIL is living in the Bahamas. Same scenario. We were waiting for that, weren't we? Jeez, it's been a while coming. Beautiful backhand down the line.
The number 1 seed's backhand at its best here. He creates a fantastic angle.
Amazing, from almost the middle of the court. Such good racket control.
There's poetry in motion when you hits that beautifully. An unforced error by the Canadian, and he's down game point.
30-40.
Just like in the first set, all of a sudden it's come out of nowhere. It's up 30 love. Now suddenly looking at break point.
Needs the first serve here.
Almost identical to the first set. Same stage of the match. Same stage of the set. 2-all. Oops.
I've been 2 minds there.
Very tentative and just very unlike WAWRINKA to make a mistake like that. Backhand slice in the bottom of the net on break point.
He didn't go back another 6 feet to try and
Rip it.
rip it. Good gutsy play here by the Canadian. Continuing to come forward, putting the pressure on the Stan WAWRINKA backhand, forcing the error. To game point to our number 5 seed. Yes, a big serve out wide
Nice serve.
at 192 Ks. So with that, he gets himself out of a spot of bother.
Pospisil leads.
He
3
holds
games to
serve.
2.
And Vasek POSPISIL leads 3 games to 2 in the second set.
Vasek, speak this soon. Time. After one game, new ball. Huh? One game, new ball.
So live singles action in Chennai, India. The second semi-final of the Aircel Chennai Open 2014. Stan Wawrinka, top seed, playing Vasek POSPISIL.
Stan had
15
a
love.
chance in the previous service game of POSPISIL, but dumped relatively easy for him anyway. Backhand into the net. Would have given him a chance to break early like he did in the first set.
Fifteen all.
Catching the top of the net.
POSPISIL, did he play collegiate tennis, Anna?
No.
Not at all, huh?
No. I mean, the college tennis scene in the US is always a good training ground for. Look at that. I gave him another look at it. That was such a bad volley. Managed to get away with that because the lob wasn't great either. But you should put those balls away. Especially when you're playing somebody as quick as this young man. This one right there. So it neither had direction nor pace.
Got away there, the top seed. The pretty ordinary forehand volley.
Like I was saying, college tennis in the US is such a good training ground for all these kids who are not ranked in my opinion, in the top 10 in the world in the juniors. They should definitely go to college in the US and work on their game.
Out. 40-15.
I mean, if you are one of the top 4 or 5 juniors in the world, then possibly you could turn pro. But not otherwise. Yuki did that, right? He was world's #1 junior a few years ago.
I think Bernard Tomic was #2.
Was he? Oh, the same age group.
40-13.
A mess of a backhand volley. He was trying an short angle volley and completely lost it. Look at this.
They tend to see him in a volley that bounces before the net. He's got away with some very casual stuff through this match. I wonder.
Which is why
Again, WAWRINKA.
all 3 service games. The first was a real dogfight.
balls,
The second one was done
please.
break point, and now this one just got away. It was
3
3-all.
again,
Second
though.
set. In the meantime, the Canadian holding quite easily.
Hold the ball there, on my right, please.
The top seed #8 in the world, the Canadian #32.
new balls. Vasek POSPISIL.
Well, they should favor the server,
Love 15.
especially if it's the first serves in the court. But once the rally begins, it's just a question of who controls the ball better. Because there is a big difference between the new balls and the old ones after they played 9 games with them. That's a great forehand. Followed by a tremendous backhand. Great. Such a well played point.
Very heavy hitting here by the top seed.
Love 30.
Yep, a huge forehand followed by a even bigger backhand, forcing POSPISIL right to where the linesman stands. It's about
Well,
27 feet below the baseline.
And now, certainly an opening. Missed 3 first serves this game and has paid the price. Went for it. Went for broke on that forehand.
15-13.
Wasn't a bad serve, over 100 miles an hour, 167 Ks. And WAWRINKA tried to take the cover off the ball.
Brave serve by the Canadian. That didn't miss by much.
If it missed at all, yeah.
Mr. WAWRINKA
Definitely a
challenging the
challenge.
call on the right baseline. The ball is cooled down.
But 3 challenges, you might as well use them. Just long.
Ball is stand.
Not by much. Well, back to 30 all.
30 all.
Oh no. Not a foot fault on second serve. First time in the match.
30-14.
I would be so upset. I don't blame him one bit. Yeah. Exactly. Well, it's really hard to tell. But even then, no foot faults through the whole match, and then to call one on second serve, 3 all and 30 all seems a little unfair. Anyway, break point for the number 1 seed. Interesting if you challenge the foot fault. I want a replay of the foot fault.
Let's.
That was close.
Second service. Again, WAWRINKA.
Full fault, really putting the 5th seed
WAWRINKA
into the
leads
corner.
4 games to 3.
And he loses serve.
What a way to lose your serve. 2 double faults in a row. One caused by a second serve foot fault by the linesman, and then a net call that went against him. Anyway, so now Stan WAWRINKA, top seed, breaks to lead 4-3 in the second set, having won the first.
Time.
Fix all of them. Fix all of them. Thank you.
So we're back live at the Aircel Chennai Open semi-final action. Vasek POSPISIL has just had his service broken. 2 double faults. One being called a foot fault on the second serve.
And 15 love.
Well, now can he consolidate? He did hold on to the serve in the first set to close out the set 6-4.
A wonderful return there by the
15
young
all.
Canadian.
WAWRINKA struggled with his first 2 service games but managed to hang on. The match at exactly an hour and a half old.
It's very close.
Mr. POSPISIL challenging the call.
top quality
on the left
tennis.
serve line.
We work for
The
the
ball was
Aircel
pulled.
review here on a first serve by Stan WAWRINKA.
I mean, he said out, then he said correction.
Bang on the line.
He was right.
Stan
service.
WAWRINKA gets the first serve.
Went for broke on that big forehand. He had it lined up, just
30-15.
pulling it long.
Mr. POSPISIL has 2 challenges.
Stan wearing the Swiss colors, red and white, like the Swiss flag that he and Roger share. Olympic gold medalists in doubles. Falling backwards.
30 all.
The first serve of Stan WAWRINKA on the ad court tonight
Has been completely off.
has completely deserted him.
Yeah.
He has been serving only second serves on that
On
ad
the
court.
The deuce court he's been serving fine, especially the wide one.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as we say that, he puts one on the bottom of the net. Ooh, missed
It's
it.
a break point for the young Canadian.
Well, let's see if he can get a first serve here now. Needs one badly.
He's had a bunch of
30,
break points on the
40.
WAWRINKA serve through the match, but unfortunately not been able to convert even one of them as yet.
Not one so far.
What are the odds of WAWRINKA getting his first serve in here, Anand?
Am I just going to go for it or just spin it in or kick it out wide? That's the question. No, went for it. Great forehand. Oh, what a rally.
Point of the match.
Amazing.
Tennis
What a
at its best.
point! What a point! Great point.
That's what they pay to come and watch, Anand.
Exactly. And that's what we love to watch up here in the commentator's box. Amazing point. Finally, the
Yes.
pace of the WAWRINKA ground strokes carrying the day.
Ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen,
he has
may I
every
ask
reason
you
to be delighted.
wait
What a point.
Until the point thing. Thank you. Thank you.
This nod of his head. What do I need to do to break this man's serve?
That's right, I thought 31 shots, exactly what it was. 31 shot rally. And what a time to do it.
Just missing wide.
Sir Pospisil
Well,
is
that's
challenging
a
the
challenge
goal
for sure.
on the right near
It
side
did look
of the
wide
ball.
though. Well, it'll give him a chance to catch his breath at least. Problem is, you've got to play a point like that and you only win 1 point for that, not 2. And you've got to come out and do it again and again.
The crowd getting into this match.
Yeah, it was out.
It looked out,
Yes,
yeah. Not by much. So game point.
WAWRINKA. Mr.
What a point that was.
Pospisil,
The number 1 seed.
Tremendous.
challenge remaining.
They were both toe to toe.
Toe to toe.
Heavy hitting from
Absolutely.
corner to corner. Whoa. Saw the opening there. His eyes sort of lit up.
News.
Didn't miss that forward by much.
One thing I'll say for this young Canadian, he certainly hasn't gone away. He's been mentally stuck into every service game of the top seeds and given nothing away. He's gone for broke a few times and missed, but overall played a brilliant match. Got a really bright future ahead of him. Only 23 years of age. Great talent.
Oh, big double fault here by the number 1 seed.
A missed forehand and a double. And Pospisil could quite easily be back in the match.
Advantage. Pospisil.
Certainly in the set.
So danger signs here for the number 1 seed on his serve. And he serves 4-3. Down game point.
Yeah. He certainly played the big points better. No question.
Well, they say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Like you said, the big points are what separates these two guys. Keeps his back is sort of.
It's going to make it even worse if he keeps doing that.
Not going to help.
Another big one. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Great 1-2 here by Stan Wawrinka.
Well, see, Rico, how when he's needed it, he's got his first serve in the ad court. I mean, he's been serving poorly in the ad court all match long, and then the previous point, tremendous first serve.
At 167 kilometers an hour. That was the speed of that winner. 100 miles.
100 miles.
Incredible.
Quicker. Misses it again.
Another loose forehand by Stan Wawrinka.
Making things difficult for himself. He missed a forehand two points ago, and then again, possibly going for too much. All credit to this young man for hanging tough.
Second very long game of the set on the Wawrinka serve.
Good block by Pospisil, but just long.
Advantage WAWRINKA.
206 on the speed gun.
I would still be upset if I was him, but the linesman footfaulting me on my second serve at 30 all. But he's put it out of his mind and got on with it. Oh yeah,
A little change of pace there by the number 1 seed.
a little fake approach shot sliced down the line, but didn't fool the Canadian.
Yeah, he was up to the task there.
Yes.
Look at this forehand approach. He pretended he was hitting a drop shot and pushed it deep, but Canadian all over it. Interesting choice of shots there.
Yeah, we're almost into the 9th minute now. Another 9-minute plus game on the Wawrinka serve. The marathon man. Last serve was a 212, Anand.
Ooh, huge.
Getting up there.
Ooh, that was close. Look at that return. That was close too.
Oh.
Oh,
And then all of a sudden a wild forehand by the number 1 seed.
outside the doubles line.
Had no angle to work with. Bit of a harakiri sort of shot.
And yet another break point for the young Canadian. Oh wow. That's
Great
well done.
play by POSPISIL.
Brilliant.
Pospisil.
Absolutely brilliant stuff.
You know, WAWRINKA never thought he would get to that drop shot.
He didn't do. He hit the drop shot and figured it was a clean winner. This one right here was actually a great drop shot, and Pospisil so far behind tries to scramble for it at the last minute. WAWRINKA and didn't hit a good enough shot. If he'd anticipated it, he could have definitely got there well in time. But he figured that was a mental error by the top seed.
Nandri.
First break of serve for the Canadian.
I kind of feel sort of relieved for him, you know, after that second serve foot fault and the sort of stuff that he went through. I think he kind of deserved to get back into this match.
Certainly.
That was an 11-minute service game on the WAWRINKA serve.
Long games. But I thought WAWRINKA hit 2 forehands that were certainly loose on game point. That's good.
And heavy hitting here by the top seed.
Love 15.
Blistering forehands with good angle on it. See if Vasek can hold on here.
Needs to pop a few first serves in. Keep the pressure on the number 1
That's a
seed.
good one. Pop a few first serves, a pop by Pospisil. Need some late night comedians over here. Oh, good shot.
Did really well there going forward. The
15
young
all.
Canadian.
Well timed forehand.
The off forehand catching the number 1 seed on the wrong foot. So it's been 1 hour and 42 minutes on the clock. In a bruising encounter.
That was a poor choice of shots.
30-15.
On a second serve, a forehand slice or a forehand block return that floated long. There's some strange shots at times.
I told him
Even
already.
that forehand slice approach shot, which was
At the very,
didn't do anything.
that's what kind of
Well,
hurt him in
game
the
point,
end.
yeah, it would have been 5-3 otherwise.
Yep. Again, a loose backhand by WAWRINKA.
40-15.
So this has given the young Canadian 2 game points. And he's clawed himself back into this set.
Didn't get down for that.
40-30.
Why is Stan blocking his forehands to take a good swing at them? I wonder if they're just too hard and wide. 187, I guess. Blocking it back.
Well, that time it paid off.
Again.
Another forehand netted by the number 1 seed. And Vasek POSPISIL holds serve. After an hour and 44 minutes on court, POSPISIL leads 5 games to 4 in the second set.
I did. I called him from 15 left, whatever 15. Time.
So live singles action in a bruising encounter. Number 1 seed Stan Wawrinka serving 4 games to 5 in the second set to Vasek POSPISIL.
Oh, smoking forehand from the Canadian. Played a good game in the last service game of Wawrinka's to break right back after he lost his serve. 162 kilometers an hour, over 100 mile an hour forehand. Reminded me of one by Del Potro. No, overhit that. So now the top seed in serious trouble of losing the second set.
Love 30.
When he said it reminded me, I thought it reminded me of one of your forehands that you hit, Anand.
Yeah, right. How to hit the ball that hard with a wooden racket?
Now take the 1 away. Keep it to 62 kilometers.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, the forehand catching the line.
Ooh. Good pickup, good hands from Wawrinka.
15-13.
That was not an easy half volley to get back in the court when return landed right on the baseline.
You think that back is worrying him a little bit with those low balls?
Well, he keeps fiddling with it. He keeps touching it, but doesn't seem to affect his tennis. And he's moving well enough. Ooh, badly missed it forehand.
Almost took the umpire out.
30.
Well, this is a massive game for Stan Wawrinka. He's had a break in the set, lost his last service game, and now in danger of losing one more. Went for broke. Not an easy shot. He was moving sideways and had to pull the trigger on that forehand down the line.
40-13.
Going over the highest part of the net.
Well, he did have love 30 this game. Does seem to be a little sore.
Not moving that well at all.
No.
5 games over.
We're looking for the trainer again. Dan switching rackets. 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess he found the one he likes. Well, Stan got out of a close game there. Love 30 down, in serious trouble.
I see you change over to do that. Yeah. The same one, change over.
Well, I wonder how many shirts he brought with him.
Anand is having some serious issues with his back. I think
Seems like
he was talking to the umpire about getting the trainer in, and you can see him trying to stretch it here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See?
Yeah,
Watch
he's
him.
trying to stretch it, definitely.
Trying to put the weight on the front foot,
Yeah.
not being able to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's getting foot faulted.
I can see that. Yeah. He's just not able to push off that left
Yeah,
leg.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, serving and bowling now. Almost made it too.
Love 15.
No, I'm not sure he's
Oh,
going
I
to
think-
continue.
Yeah, I think he's done. That's a shame.
Oh, what a shame.
That is a shame because he was playing so well, broke back in the second set, really made a match of this, but no point in injuring himself any further, especially when he's got the Australian Open coming up. Well, Stan the man pulls it out once again. That came out of nowhere, that default. Amazing.
As they say in boxing terms, technical knockout.
TKO, baby. TKO. That's what that is. All of a sudden,
Out of the blue.
out of the blue.
No, that's the feeling I got when the last backhand hit in the previous game. He kind of just stood up straight and hit it in the bottom of the net.
Right.
So
Maybe he jammed it there in the last couple of
I
games.
think the
Probably.
spasm must have sort of set in.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Tightened up.
But that, I mean, it just came out of nowhere, the default. But if you're not able to push off your left foot on your serve, and the serve is his major weapon, if that's not there, then it's kind of a waste of time.
Yep.
Especially playing somebody as good as the Swiss star. So, and you really don't want to injure it any further. Playing in Australia the next couple of weeks, including the Aussie Open, there's a lot. The start of the season, the last thing you want to do is aggravate slight injury. The way he's walking off very gingerly. So,
Yeah, very
obviously-
sad moment for the number 5 seed.
But for an hour and 45 minutes, he kept us thoroughly entertained with his superb brand of play.
Stan the man, as you see here, Stanislas WAWRINKA, the number 1 seed, winning the first set 6-4 and at 5-all in the second set. Vasek POSPISIL called it a day.
Well, he's done this a few times, Stan. Knock balls into the crowd with his cricket bat. Yeah, he's got the hang of it. Wow. Nice hit, baby.
Straight to Helen. Wow. One of these days you're going to clear the stadium. This is the one. This is the longest part of the court he has to hit to. He's going to make it to the crowd there? I doubt. Oh. The ball boy's got it. We'll try another one. That's better.
Good hitting.
So the number 1 seed at the SL Chennai Open, Stan WAWRINKA, is in the final of the men's singles, where he will play tomorrow against Edouard Roger Vasselin. So the singles finalists are now in order. The number 1 seed playing Roger Vasselin from France. As we await the interview on court. And we got Mayanti here with the winner, the number 1 seed, Stan WAWRINKA. Over to you, Mayanti.
Yes, thank you very much with Stan the man. 301 and counting, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. It's been a long time. It was really tough tonight. He's a great player, tough to beat. But I'm happy with my game. I'm first really sorry for him because he was playing so great first tournament. I hope his back is going to be okay for Australian Open. That's really important. And then I'm happy, try to fight. I was focused to be aggressive, and I can only be happy to be in final tomorrow.
That's right. Now, you've been at this stage 2011 before, so you're going to tap into those memories, or a completely different start for you tomorrow?
Yeah, it's a completely different start for sure. I think this year I'm playing better. I'm playing my best tennis since last year. I'm seeded 1, number 8 in the world. So it's going to be a great final against Edouard. He's a good friend. I know him well. He's playing good. And yeah, it's going to be nice tomorrow.
You seem to be the fan favorite, so something you want to say to all the people that have come out to support you?
Yeah, I'm surprised every year to have that squad, to have that support here. That's the big reason why I come back, to see all the people coming back every day, and I hope tomorrow is going to be full.
We hope so as well. Thank you so much. All the best to you for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Back to you.
So that was our number 1 seed, Stan Wawrinka, in conversation with Mayanti. And the Aircel Chennai Open 2014 semi-final match stats. 54%, 56% for POSPISIL, pretty much even. Aces, few more double falls by the fifth seed POSPISIL. More winners, but at the end it was rather sad that Vasek POSPISIL had to withdraw due to severe back spasms. Wawrinka being congratulated by Karthi Chidambaram, chairman of the event, and of course all the adoring young fans that Wawrinka has generated through the years. So we got the final match coming up for you. It will be a double semi-final. And as you can see here, Bergman and Emmerich, Pavic and Draganja from Croatia. That's what the match, our final match of the night. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to Star Sports. We'll be coming back with live doubles action for you in a few minutes.